It is the 11th of November 1939 and the first Remembrance Day in Britain since the start of the Second World War. Despite an official decision not to hold a ceremony at the cenotaph, this does not stop Londoners and those living in Britain, and indeed the Empire, from visiting their local centre of remembrance and laying wreaths. And at the 11th hour, on the 11th day, a 2-minute silence is still recognised spontaneously all around the globe. Can you imagine the feelings of those who had survived a First World War? And here they are now, on Remembrance Day, in the memories of those that they lost in the previous war, as they go into a second. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, who is the queen of our late Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, gives a speech to the women of Britain and the Empire, in which the Queen Mother explains that their role will be just as important as that of the men. And they are absolutely right. After all, her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II, as we know her, would drive lorries and ambulances, therefore showing that the divide doesn't matter when you have a war to be won. You may have seen that a movie called Nuremberg has just come out, and it follows the trial at the end of the Second World War when Germans were brought to account for their role in the Holocaust. And this has raised lots of questions recently about Holocaust denial, which is this absurd concept that it never happened, or that if it did, it was on a much smaller scale. However, I'm here to say that it certainly did happen. And even in the first 2 months of the Second World War, in Czechoslovakia and in Poland, thousands of people are already disappearing into a murky world of arrests, deportations, killings, and this will only get worse. So, by the time the Nuremberg trial will come around in 1945, the Holocaust will be one of the great catastrophes in human history.